Hey, sis, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered what's lurking in your everyday products? Well, spoiler alert, it's not good. From microplastics, guess what? In men's testicles. Yes, really, to hundreds of chemicals in our beauty and cleaning products. You see, big businesses are exposing us to some serious toxic stuff. Today, in this episode of Start Living Sustainable, we're going to uncover the dirty secrets of the beauty, the household, and the fashion industries. I really want us to take a look behind the curtains so that you can see the shocking statistics and the harmful health effects and what we can do to protect ourselves and our family. You know, it is not all doom and gloom, but I think it's very important for us to be aware. And I promise to keep this as light as I can, but I do want you to be informed. And maybe you'll find some humor in this, but this is serious fun because this one's an eye-opener. So let's jump in. Hi, friends. Welcome to Start Living Sustainable. I'm your host, Cynthia Harvey Brown. In this podcast, I'm going to help you discover sustainable ways to improve your overall health and well-being in your home. And I'm going to show you how to do this without spending a lot of time or money, all in partnership with God. Yes, if you're ready to show yourself some love, experience a new level of wellness, build faith, and align your values with God's vision for your life, then you're in the right place. Pour out the diet soda, and we should talk about those yoga pants. Let's have some serious fun in today's episode. Do you want to create a cleaner living space for your family? I want you to imagine reducing your exposure to harmful toxins and enjoying a cleaner, safer home. I'm currently offering a limited number of healthy home detox audit sessions where together we'll identify hidden toxins and I'll provide personalized tips to reduce your exposure in your home. Now, the spots are limited. Don't wait. Get this tailored one-on-one support and see real results from my comprehensive approach to non-toxic living. I want it to be easy for you. Does this sound like something that would help you? I want you to head over to startlivingsustainable.com. Snag a spot today. That's startlivingsustainable.com. Look, your future self will thank you. Now, I will say for this episode, I had to do a little more research than I normally do because I wanted to bring in other experts' opinion and share that with you. If you're visiting here for the first time, welcome. My name is Cynthia. I'm a health coach. I'm glad you're here for Start Living Sustainable. Now, today we're going to be diving into a topic that might make you want to wash your hands a lot. We're talking about the toxic chemicals big businesses are sneaking in on us, exposing us to on a daily basis. But don't worry. I'll make sure to sprinkle in a little bit of lightness because I know this is a heavy subject, but it doesn't have to be hard to incorporate sustainable living. So let's get started. First of all, I was shocked to discover some of these statistics that I'm going to be sharing with you. And these are recent findings. Let's just go ahead and kick it off with a recent article from The Guardian. I want you to brace yourself because researchers have found microplastics in men's testicles. Yep, you heard that right. I can already see the fellows that might be listening crossing their legs, but according to The Guardian, researchers have discovered microplastics in the testicles of men, raising concerns about fertility on that side. We already know that endocrine disruptors from some of these toxic substances can affect women. It also can affect men and their long-term health. Not exactly what you want to hear right now, maybe over your cup of coffee or if you're working out, right? But wait, there's more. Many of us don't know that the average woman uses about 12 personal care products every day, which exposes her to about 168 unique chemicals. And for the men that might be listening, you're not off the hook either. You use about 6 products daily, which means that you're exposing yourself to 85 unique chemicals. I don't know. I guess that's one way to spice up your morning routine. Maybe not. Let's talk about how these chemicals are wreaking havoc on the average person's health. It's not pretty. According to Dr. Sarah Lamb, who is a naturopathic doctor, says the exposure to endocrine disruptors and these chemicals have been linked to a range of health problems, from infertility to cancer. That's like finding out your favorite food is really made out of something like cardboard. And ladies, here's a special shout out to you. Dr. Karen Miller, a wellness expert, agrees with me on this point that women of childbearing age are particularly vulnerable to these toxins, which can affect reproductive health and fetal development. Think about that. So the next time you're picking up a new bottle of shampoo, you might want to think twice and maybe put down the cupcake while you're at it. Just kidding. Go ahead and enjoy your cupcakes. The important thing here is that you know what's in the products and the foods that you're eating. I don't want to name and shame any particular brand, but I do want to talk about a few popular businesses. Shall we do that? Because Dr. Jonathan Fields, an environmental health researcher, notes, and I quote, "Despite repeated warnings from health experts, several major cosmetic brands continue to use paraffins and phthalates in their products." It's like they're playing this game of how many chemicals can we fit in this tiny little bottle. Spoiler, too many. And don't get me started on the fast fashion industry, which is an area that I know a lot about. With 20 years of experience working in the industry, realizing the fast fashion is probably one of the largest, the biggest culprits in terms of waste and pollution. According to Dr. Emily Roberts, a sustainable fashion advocate, she says the fast fashion industry is notorious for its use of harmful chemicals in clothing production, putting both the workers that are making the clothes and the consumers who are wearing the clothes at risk. Maybe it's time to rethink that $5 t-shirt that's cheaper than your lunch. Think about it. All right, enough doom and gloom. Let's talk about solutions, because that's the reason I'm here. Here are some actionable steps to protect yourself and your family from these sneaky toxins that are everywhere. Unless you know where they are, how do you know how to get rid of them? First of all, I recommend that you choose non-toxic, eco-friendly products. Yes, they might cost a bit more upfront, but think about it as an investment in your health. Plus, you can impress your friends with your fancy new vocabulary like phthalate free. Secondly, read those labels. If it sounds like a science experiment, it probably is. And finally, implement a detox regimen for yourself, in your home, and for your family. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. You got to take that first step. Now, Dr. Lauren Simmons, a public health expert, she emphasizes consumers just need to demand transparency. I'm actually seeing more of that happening in the industry. And she goes on to say, and safer products from companies pushing for stronger regulations to protect public health. If we don't say anything, if we don't do anything, if we don't push for what we want and just be okay with what they give us, it's going to take longer. Now, you might be wondering why nobody's shouting this from the rooftop. Look at what's going on. People, over here at Start Living Sustainable, I am trying my best to bring awareness because I know how important it is for our overall good health. Well, in all honesty, it's a bit complicated. Dr. James Warren, a toxicologist, he explains, and I quote, "The chemical industry wields significant influence over downplaying the risk and funding studies that cast doubt on independent research. It's like having the fox guard the hen house, right? This is why, for those of us that are brave enough to take matters and our health into our own hands, and it starts right in your home and spreads from there. Let's face it, these chemicals are often invisible and odorless, making it easy for us to ignore them. Now, Dr. Linda Green, a holistic health practitioner, says many people are unaware. Hello, that's why I'm trying to bring awareness to the issue. And she goes on to say many people are unaware of the extent of their exposure to these toxins because these chemicals are often invisible and odorless. So you see here, it's not about what's out of sight, out of mind. Because you can't see it does not mean it's not there. In fact, the toxic truth of the matter is, it is quite the contrary. Here's the thing. Regulatory agencies, they also face challenges. Now, according to Dr. Richard Cole, an environmental law expert, he points out that regulatory agencies sometimes just lack the resources or political will to enforce these stricter standards, allowing harmful chemicals to remain in the marketplace. I've said this before in other episodes. There are literally thousands, like 8,000 chemicals that are in the marketplace today. And let's just be honest, the media, they love a good crisis with immediate visuals. So chronic exposure doesn't get the limelight. And according to Dr. Karen Owens, a wellness advocate, who mentions health discussions in the media often focus on more immediate visual threats. The chronic low-level exposure to toxins doesn't get much attention. But here's the thing. It may be that there are low levels of toxins that we're being exposed to, but there are so many of them. And year after year, unless you do something about it, our systems, our bodies can be overburdened by these chemicals, and they don't just go away. So there you have it. The toxic truth about the chemicals we encounter every day. But don't lose heart. Before you go, check out the links below to download my free guide on reducing your toxic exposure and start reaping the benefits from the information in this freebie right away. And if you're serious and you've been following me for a while and you are interested about detoxing your health and home, check out our Healthy Home Detox Audit session. Sign up now. We have a limited number of spots. Click the link below and secure your spot today at startlivingsustainable.com. Stay informed and choose wisely. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Now, next week, we're going to dive into another exciting, eye-opening topic. And until then, stay healthy and keep smiling. And don't forget to click the link below to read these full articles that I referenced in this episode. Thank you for joining me here today at Start Living Sustainable. Please take a moment and head over to Apple Podcasts and leave me a review. That really lights me up. If you were encouraged or blessed in any way, show your love and share the episode link with someone that you know that may benefit. Thank you so much, and until next time, God bless you, sis.